Aloha everybody, my name is Brendan Stogner. I'm a horticulturalist here at Limahuli Garden of the National Tropical Botanical Garden, and today I'm talking about ʻIlima. Many reasons why ʻIlima is such a fabulous plant. It flowers heavily. There are many different forms of ʻIlima. It can be a nice sprawling ground cover to a nice bush, but they tend to always flower very heavily. A lot of beautiful golden blossoms. Depending on the variety you get, if you get lucky, you can have thousands of golden ʻIlima blossoms in your garden, and it's always great for pollinators, great for beauty in the backyard landscape. It's one of the best native plants to plant in your yard. As far as sunlight requirements, ʻIlima prefers full sun to partial sun, but the more sun you give it, the more it's gonna flower and the better it's gonna do, depending on the variety of ʻIlima you're working with. If you have more of the dark green bush varieties, they can handle shade a little bit better, but generally speaking, when you're dealing with ʻIlima, you want to put that thing in full sun. All right, so one of the best parts about having an ʻIlima in your garden is its water requirements. It doesn't need a lot of water, which is great. And that is typically true for all the varieties of ʻIlima that exist out there. But definitely the more drier coastal varieties really don't need a lot of water. When I say they don't need a lot of water, it's good to get them established with watering every day to every other day, depending on what kind of environment you live in. So drier area, you're gonna wanna give it a little bit more water in that beginning time, just to get it established. But once it's established, it's gonna be pretty good to you. So ʻIlima responds very well to pruning. The more you prune it, the more branches it's gonna give you, the more bush-like it can possibly become, to the more area of the ground it'll come if you get like a ground cover variety. As far as pests are concerned, all the typical pests that usually trouble all kinds of hibiscus, whether it's aphids, scale, those are the two main ones that'll really attack your ʻIlima. Best thing to do for it is just check on it every now and again, spray off the scale and aphids with water, or treat with horticultural soap, or like a Dr. Bronner's variety, whatever kind of Castile soap you have, just to kind of get off the aphids and the scale off the tips of the branches. That's usually where you see them. If you start seeing like little bundles of white on there, you know you're about to have a problem. So between that and pruning regularly, you shouldn't have much of an issue with the plant. Cool things about it, it's the lei flower of Oʻahu for a reason. Its leis are very beautiful. If you're into lei making, it's one of the perfect plants to have in a lei garden. The thing is, you probably need a lot of ʻIlima if you ever want to make a lei. They say it takes over 1,000 blossoms to make an ʻIlima lei, so if you ever have the chance, get a lot of it if you can.